First stakes of the year here at Century Downs, coming off a career high for Century Downs in wagering, 295,000 last Tuesday. Only upwards from here. Like I said, the start of the stakes season for the 3-year-old boys and girls. We'll start with the girls here. Should be a fun race on Monday afternoon. 9 lined up. I got Rob McLennan and Josh Murphy joining me. We're going to take a look at the Alberta Sire Stakes Princess here. And let's have a look at the field. We're going to look from the inside out, give some top picks at the end. Some pretty decent qualifying or elimination races last week. We'll see how they shook out. One horse that just got beat in the elimination was 1-2 that day is the one Blue Star Dreaming. Boys, what do you make of the Hennessy boys teaming up here and the chances of Blue Star Dreaming?
Well, Rod's got 2 in here. I think Blue Star Dreaming, the one Mike's driving, looks to be the live one. Was a factor last year in the 2-year-old stakes. Has looked good since returning off that layoff. Had to lead from the 7-hole last time. I thought raced reasonably well. Road Shark did get her late. But Blue Star Dreaming was comfortably in the final, so you're not going to go crazy a week before when you've got your top 3 secured. I mean, she gets bet every time you look at her. Her last 3 starts, she's been hammered at the windows, and she's one of the 3 major players, I think, in this spot.
She was the favorite in Super Finals last year because you see 3 of the top 4 from Super Finals are back in here. So Blue Star Dreamin' draws better than she did in the Elims, and she's certainly a contender. Actually, you got to decide between. I think there's kind of a big trio in here, and then everybody else cut below.
I think the nice thing with Blue Star Dreaming is just the versatility that she has shown in those last few starts. If you look at that race back on June 23rd, where she was double parked, came from way back, and just got beat a neck, even with broken equipment there at the wire. Couldn't track down Rockin' with Lou. Did beat Miss iTunes last time out as she stalked her that day. And Miss iTunes looked fantastic last week. So I think Josh nailed it, though. You're in the finals. Save yourself for the big money. And we'll see if Blue Star Dreaming can show up again 3-1 on the morning line. The Hennessy boys send out Blue Star Dreaming. One of 3 from Kelly Hort is the 2 Rapidash. Josh, what do you make of Rapidash?
Rapidash seems to have matured a little into her 3-year-old year. Was a maiden throughout last year, but has two wins in her last 4 starts. She's looked a little more mature, despite both those wins coming down at track on 2. I mean, she'd definitely have to step up here. I think hoping to kind of maybe get a trip and you skim up the pylons to get a piece of that superfecta or something. I don't really have her as much of a win threat, but she is getting better. This is obviously very deep waters now in a stake final, but she earned her way in here, so you have to respect her somewhat on that merit.
She got a perfect trip to qualify in 3rd there. Like, she'd have to do that again here.
Don't worry, don't hurt. Don't worry, don't hurry. Another one for Kelly Hort. He does drive this one for Blair and Erna Corbeil. Don't worry, don't hurry. Big late close there to get up for 3rd behind Miss iTunes, and she's a live wire. Kind of similar to the horse you were inside.
Yeah, I don't know if I like her as much as I like Rapidash, even though Kelly does show up here. What do you make, Josh? She's going to be a long way back.
Yeah, I think one that you probably sit back and kind of hope to see what happens in front of you if some of these better ones go crazy to each other. And yeah, I think Rapidash has just looked a little better this year. I think Don't Worry, Don't Hurry. If the race kind of falls apart, I think that's where she'll come home decently well. But yeah, I mean, there's a reason she's 20-1. I mean, she needs something to go her way to even get a chunk, I think.
Speed of the race could come from the 4 Snow Shark for Hall of Famer, who owns, trains, and drives. That's Keith Clark, and they have loved this girl at the windows in her last 2, 1-2 and 1-20 last time out. Josh, what do you think of Snow Shark?
I mean, it's hard to knock her. I mean, the super final won her last year, and she looked very impressive that day. And you always know a stake final, Keith Clark, they're always ready to go when the money's on the line. Keith very composed. And, I mean, this year she just looks so good both starts. She's just gone to the lead and just kind of outclassed the field. I don't think he's ever taken a deep breath yet this year. Obviously, the toughest water she's faced this year, but she also handled this group last year, and she looks every bit as good as she did last year, if not better. So she was the one I kind of lean to as my top pick. I know there's 3 of them that you can make a case for, but I just think Snow Shark, we haven't even seen the best version of her yet this year. 3rd race off a layoff, I think she's primed, ready to go, and I think Keith will navigate out a nice trip, whether it's on the front end or sitting just off. But this versatile filly, I think he's going to be very tough to beat.
6 for 10 in her life and did win the Super Finals last year by a comfortable 3.5 length margin. Bigger price, the horse next to her, that's the 5, Bearcat Abigail, Doug Stout, Jamie Gray. Some usual partners there. Bearcat Abigail up for second behind Snow Shark last time out, and she kind of sat in mid-pack and picked up the pieces. Rob, can she do the same today?
Yeah, another horse that had a really nice trip in the elims. She was no threat to Snow Shark, and I can't see that changing, but she could finish underneath.
Miss iTunes was visually impressive last week, and how about the time she clocked in 1:53 and 3 as she drew out to him by 6.5 lengths for Dave Lamont and Nathan Sobey. Miss iTunes 5-2, the second choice in the morning line. Where do you rank her, Josh?
You know, I probably had her third of the 3 between Blue Star Dreamin' and Snow Shark. I thought she raced so well, and I mean, it's so tough to pick between these 3. I just like maybe the Blue Star Dreamin' and Snow Shark probably didn't have to work as hard in the eliminations as Miss iTunes did. She kind of, that third quarter, she just exploded. I mean, she was kind of there on the outside, and then she just found another gear and just was so impressive, new life mark. And I mean, if she races back to that race, I don't think anyone beats her, but I'm just curious to see, compared to horses like Snow Shark or Blue Star Dreaming, who kind of maybe more tripped around there and comfortably got themselves in, where Miss iTunes, she comfortably got herself in, but she went crazy to do so. Dave Lamont, though, does very well with his horses. This is no exception with Miss iTunes, but I just kind of thought the other two maybe obviously draw inside of her and maybe just have a bit better way to shape up the race. And although it's tough to go against a filly that went in 53 and 3 last start, but she's probably the third of the big 3 for me.
Think you compare that time up, Ross or Rob? Wow.
Maybe but she's been beaten by Blue Star Dreaming and Snow Shark in her last 2. What's all of a sudden magically going to make her turn the tables from further outside post than those 2?
That's your dynamic. I was looking at the next horse in here. That's why Julia Haas, the third one for Kelly Hortfield. Giesbrecht does land here, has driven her before 2 back there and an on 4 effort. Maybe a little more tactical than some of the other Hort ones in here. Might be closer to the pace and could get the first shot at that leading group. She's a live wire, goes for Rod Hennessy. The second one here does get Brandon Campbell to drive. Is a maiden taking on winners. Bigger price here for She's a live wire looking to break through for the first time. And on the outside, a horse that I think Rob liked a little bit, the 9 Road Shark for Dave Kelly, who's having a fantastic meet right now. UTRS of 449, UDRS of 459. You really can't fault anybody who wants to take a Dave Kelly horse at this point.
No, and she was double parked last time, and now from the 9 hole, she should just kind of suck along here down on the inside, and she might get to have a run at them and maybe be able to get up for a piece of things. I could see her going by 1 or 2 of the other ones if they do throw down a little bit down the backside the second time.
You gonna land with Rogue Shark there, Rob?
I think she's gonna be underneath. I'll go 1-9 in here, Blue Star Dreaming, and then Rogue Shark.
So I'm actually going to agree with you with Blue Star Dreaming. I like the way that she has shown some versatility. I love that race 3 back where she was second. And I do agree with Josh's point there earlier that she kind of maybe saved the best for last here. And when the big money's on the line, we'll see if Blue Star Dreaming can come home first. And Josh, you're going to go the other way to Snow Shark?
Yeah, I mean, I just thought she's looked really good this year. She handled this group comfortably in the super finals, and I think she's primed for a big effort here. I know Keith will have her ready to go, and when money's on the line, Keith always seems to find a way to cross the wire first.
9 fillies line up on Monday afternoon, race 9 of 10 for $29,400. It is the finals for the Alberta Princess, again for the 3-year-old fillies. Race 9 on Monday afternoon. It should be a good one. Lots of wagering opportunities. If the top 3 not to your liking, Rogue Shark a little longer price, going to be 10-1-ish, maybe a bit longer if they keep pounding Keith Clark at the windows as they have in his last few starts. So do enjoy that race on Monday at Century Downs as their handle has been going through the roof of late, and good luck on the 10 race card.